Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered what happens behind the scenes when you open a website, send an email, or play an online game? It's all powered by something called servers. In this video you will learn the different types of servers in a super simple way with real life examples. Before we jump into the types, let's quickly understand what a server is. A server is basically a computer that provides services, data, or resources to other computers, called clients. For example, when you open a website, your device is the client and the system providing that website is the server. Now let's get into the types of servers. First one, web server. A web server is a computer that is responsible for hosting websites. Whenever you open a site, like YouTube or Google, a web server sends that web page to your computer. For example, when you enter a web address in the browser sends a request to the web server. Server processes this request and responds by sending back a web page, images or videos using HTTP or HTTPS protocols. Famous web servers like Apache and Nginx are widely used to host and manage websites. They handle multiple users at once, ensure fast performance, and help keep web content secure and accessible worldwide. Number 2. File server. A file server is a system that stores and manages files. Basically, a file server is a computer system that stores and manages files for multiple users on a network. Instead of saving files on individual devices, users access a central location to upload, download, and share data. This makes collaboration easier and keeps files organized and secure. File servers control permissions, so only authorized users can view or edit certain files. They also support backups to prevent data loss. A common example is a Windows server, which allows different devices to share files efficiently across a network. Mostly used in schools and offices where employees can access shared files from a central server. Number 3. Database server. Whenever you search for something online, a database server retrieves the data for you. So technically, a database server is a system that stores, manages, and provides access to structured data for applications and users. Instead of keeping data in simple files, it organizes information into tables for fast searching. When an application needs data, it sends a query and the server processes it and returns results. Database servers ensure data accuracy and protect information with security controls and backups. Popular examples include MySQL and Microsoft SQL Server, which are widely used in websites and business systems. Number 4. Application server. An application server runs applications and software. It helps deliver business logic and services to users. Technically, an application server is a system that runs the brain of an application. It handles logic, processes user requests, and connects the front end, what users see, with the back end, like databases and services. When you log in, submit a form, or make a purchase, the application server processes that action and returns the result. It can handle many users at once and helps keep applications fast and secure. Common examples include Apache Tomcat, JBoss, and WebLogic Server, widely used to run web applications and enterprise applications such as banking system. Number 5. Mail server. A mail server is a system that sends, receives, and stores email messages. Every time you send an email, it goes through a mail server. When you send an email, it uses SMTP to transfer the message to the recipient's mail server. When you check your inbox, protocols like POP3 or IMAP retrieve your emails. The mail server organizes messages, filters spam, and keeps communication secure. Common examples include Microsoft Exchange Server and Gmail, which help businesses and individuals to manage email communication efficiently and safely across networks. Number 6. FTP server. FTP or File Transfer Protocol is a standard method used to transfer files between a computer and a server over a network, usually the internet. It allows users to upload, download, delete, or manage files on a remote system by connecting through an FTP client using login credentials. Commonly used for website management and file sharing, FTP works through a client-server model and typically uses port 21 for communication. However, basic FTP is not secure because it sends data in plain text. So secure alternatives like FTPS and SFTP are often preferred. FileZilla is the most famous example of FTP server. Number 7. Proxy server. A proxy server is an intermediary system that sits between your device and the internet, handling your requests and forwarding them to the websites on your behalf. Proxy server has its own IP address that your computer knows, and it keeps your IP address private. So people out on the internet don't know exactly where you are located in the world, which improves privacy, security, and access control. Proxy servers can also cache data to speed up browsing and filter content for safety. Common types include forward proxies for users and reverse proxies for servers, and they are widely used in businesses, schools, and networks to monitor and manage internet traffic. Squid and HA proxy are well-known proxy servers. Number 8. DNS server. A DNS server converts domain names into IP addresses, such as turning google.com into a numerical IP address. A DNS server uses the domain name system to translate human-friendly website names into IP addresses that computers use to find each other on the internet. For example, when you type a web address in the browser, your device asks a DNS server to look up the correct IP address, then connects you to the right server. This process happens in milliseconds and often uses cached results to speed things up. DNS servers are crucial for making the internet easy to use, acting like a phone book that maps names to numerical IP addresses behind the scenes. Google Public DNS is the famous example. Number 9. Game server. A game server is a powerful computer or system that hosts and runs online games, allowing multiple players to connect and play together in real time. It manages things like player controls, game rules, scores, and game world, making sure everyone sees the same events happening at the same time. For example, in multiplayer games like Minecraft or Call of Duty, the game server keeps track of player movements, interactions, and updates, so the experience stays smooth and fair for all players. Finally, the last one, print server. A print server is a computer or device that manages and controls multiple printers on a network, allowing different users to send print jobs from their computers to a shared printer. Instead of connecting directly to each printer, users send their documents to the print server, which organizes the print queue, handles permissions, and sends jobs to the correct printer in order. This makes printing more efficient, especially in offices or schools, and helps reduce confusion by centralizing printer management in one place. Windows Print Server is the best example. There are also different types of servers based on how they are used. Cloud server, hosted on the internet. Virtual server, a part of a physical server, divided into smaller servers. Shared server, used by multiple users. Dedicated server, used by a single user or a company. Let's put it all together. When you open a website, DNS server finds the address. Web server sends the page. Application server processes your actions. And the database server provides the data. All of this happens in just seconds. Alright, so if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more easy tech explanations.